Welcome to the Best Small Business Show. Today we're tackling a critical topic for small business owners, the top 5 mistakes they make with vendors. These missteps can
Yes,
cause you time and money and even damage your reputation.
right. And in this one, we really had to pare it down to just five because there's so many mistakes you can make with vendors. Vendors are the backbone of so many small businesses, but we see owners tripping over the same issues time and time again. The good news, there are fixable problems. We're here to help you get it right.
Yeah, and we're going to break down the podcast in for each mistake that we're going to talk about. What small business owners do or don't do that lands them in hot water with vendors. Number two, the impact that it has on their business. Number three, how to fix it. We always have to tell
Okay,
you how to fix it.
love it.
And number four, and in the end, BJ, you and I will give 4 action items that our listeners, can tackle immediately. So let's dive in.
All right. Mistake number one, not vetting vendors properly. Oh my gosh, Rich, this is a classic mistake. Small business owners often pick vendors without doing any homework. They go through the cheapest option or the first person who pops up on Google. Unbelievable mistake.
Yeah, you're so right, BJ. They skip like checking references, any reviews, or even the vendor's track record. It's like hiring an employee without an interview. It's a recipe for disaster.
And what is that impact? You could end up with unreliable suppliers who miss deadlines, deliver shoddy products, and ghost you when issues arise. That means lost sales, frustrated customers, and you a real hit on your own credibility, which is just can't happen.
Yeah. So how to fix this? Well, you need to slow down and really, really vet your vendors. Look at online reviews, ask for references, and request samples or a trial run. I do that. I go, let's do a trial run first and see how you're doing, if possible. A little upfront effort saves a lot of pain later.
And don't chase that lowest price. Look for value, look for reliability. The vendor who is $50 more but delivers on time is completely worth it. Go with that guy.
So, mistake number two is failing to negotiate terms. Okay. There are so many businesses out there that don't negotiate with the vendors. They just take it at face value. Too many small business owners accept the first offer, the
Mm,
first price, payment terms, delivery schedule. It's like it's set in stone. And it's like they don't realize that vendors are very flexible.
yeah. And you know what? You should not be afraid to push back and think it's rude to haggle. But vendors expect negotiation. They like negotiation. Occasionally I'll get a quote for a print job and I'm like, whoa, whoa, who's going to college? No, this is not the price. Let's work on it. They are afraid you're going to push back or you think it's rude to haggle. But vendors expect negotiation. It's just part of the game. It's what they do. You need to do it too. If you're working on a job and you get this price back, you're like, no, I need to definitely push back.
So, what's the impact? You overpay or get stuck with terms that don't work for you, like paying up front when cash flow's tight or accepting slow shipping that delays your projects. It's money and time that you just throw down the drain.
And how do you fix it? Well, negotiate like it's your job. Ask for the best pricing, flexible terms like net 30 instead of upfront, or faster delivery, more consistent delivery. If they won't budge, shop around. Competition is your best leverage.
Yeah, and don't be shy. A good vendor wants a long term relationship, so they'll meet you halfway. Just try
Mhm.
it, ask. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Exactly. Okay, let me take you to mistake number three, Not communicating expectations clearly. Oh my gosh, this is one of the biggies. When you have something like fuzzy negotiations or fuzzy communications, small business owners often assume vendors know what they need, like the quantity, the quality, the deadlines, without spelling it out. This is a death knell to a relationship with the vendor.
Yeah, exactly, BJ. They'll say, I need this soon, instead of, I need 500 units by March 25th. Vague instructions lead to big problems.
Right. And what's the impact when that happens? Misunderstandings galore. You might get the wrong product, late deliveries, or subpar quality, all because the vendor didn't know what what it was that you needed. That's lost revenue and can be a massive logistical nightmare.
Yeah, so how do you fix it? Be crystal clear from the start. Write down your expectations, specific quantities, when you want the deadline, quality standards, and confirm that they're understood. Follow it everything up in writing, like an email or contract, so there's no wiggle room.
And you know what? Check in regularly. A quick, how are you doing? Catch up on issues before they spiral. You brought up a really good point about how a vendor might get off kilter, like a little something happens on a job. Nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud, because at that point, it's not a big deal. You can talk it through. You're both on a good playing field. You have a good conversation. That's the time to do it.
So, mistake number four is relying on a single vendor. Okay, you're putting all your eggs in one vendor basket. A lot of small businesses lean on just one supplier for a key product or service.
And though this is tempting, Rich, similar ordering, maybe a loyalty discount, it's a huge risk. It's just such a risk. If that vendor goes under or raises prices or drops the ball, you're stuck. You don't have a number two. That's dangerous.
Yeah, so what's the impact? Total disruption. If your only supplier can't deliver, your inventory runs dry, projects stall, and customers will walk away. If it's a single point of failure, that can tank your business. So please be fickle. I tell my clients all the time, my business clients, be fickle with vendors. If a vendor starts dropping the ball, it's time to look for another vendor.
And how do you fix it? Diversify. Find at least one backup vendor for critical items. You don't have to use them all the time, but they are there, they're tested, and you're ready to pivot if you need to. One thing we do every October is look at our printers. We do a phenomenal amount of printing. So we have vendors in many different areas. We have them all do the exact same quote again. They're all very aware of it. They give us their best numbers, their best details. And what do we get out of it? We get out the best apparel vendor. We get out the best person, but we also have all backups. They all are aware of each other and they understand one of them's a backup. So it's
Yeah.
awesome.
So think of it like insurance. You hope you don't need it, but you'll be glad that it's there.
Definitely. Okay, so mistake number five, ignoring vendor relationships. Oh, this is bad. This is a biggie. Treating vendors like a transaction instead of a partnership. Oh my, you can't do that. Small business owners often order, pay, and move on. No chit chat, no relationship building. That is not our way. You've got to be in a really good relationship to make it happen.
Yeah, they miss the human side. Vendors are not robots. They're people who can go the extra mile if they like working with you.
Yes. And what's the impact? You get bare minimum service. When you need a rush order or favor, the vendor who doesn't really know won't care about you. Plus, you miss out on insider tips and better deals that they will offer just to a friend or family. This is the way you want to be.
So, how do you fix it? Build the relationship. Say thank you, check in occasionally, and treat them with respect. Small gestures like paying on time or asking about their business can go a long way.
A strong vendor relationship can turn a supplier into an ally who's got your back when the things get tough. That's such an excellent one.
So we have 4 action items that you can start right now. And we're wrapping up, and this is going to help you fix those vendor mistakes. BJ, why don't you start off with the first one?
Okay, so the first one is review your current vendors, check their reliability, and see if you need a backup option so that you don't have to wait for a crisis to happen to get that relationship going.
Second, pick one vendor and negotiate something, anything, price, terms, just pick something. Test the waters and build that confidence.
And third, write down your expectations for your next order. Be specific and share it with your vendor to avoid mix ups.
And then finally, reach out to a key vendor just to say hi. Start building that relationship. It's an investment that pays off.
And vendors just can make or break your business, your small business. But with the right approach, they're your superpower.
Yeah, so avoid these mistakes and you'll save a lot of money. You're going to reduce your stress. And finally, most importantly, keep your business running smoothly.
Thanks for joining us on the Best Small Business Show. Take one of these steps today and let us know how it goes. I've got a great promo, Rich. Are you ready for it? Many of you might be pondering how to take your business to the next level or jumpstarting it if it's on life support. It's a common challenge. And that's why my podcast buddy, Rich, is your guy. His business coaching is not just coaching, it's customized and crafted specifically for your business needs. No outdated curriculum or assessments to complete. Whether you are looking to increase revenue, improve efficiency, or expand your market share, Rich has the expertise to guide you. Don't wait. Visit richg.com to start your journey toward business success.
And I have a promo for my podcast buddy. Small business owners, it's time to make your marketing remarkable. My podcast partner at New Renew, BJ Flagg, is your partner in success. With her expertise in brand marketing and website design and a passion for helping small businesses thrive, she'll help you create a brand that resonates and a digital presence that impresses. Visit newrenew.com today and start your journey to marketing excellence.
Well, that's it for today. To our audience, let's keep the podcast's momentum going. Share this episode on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Threads, and Blue Sky with the hashtag The Best Small Business Show. Spread the word and keep our community growing by subscribing to our show.
And we can't end the podcast without a big shout out to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, for making us sound professional in every episode. Folks, please have an unbelievable week, crush those goals, and we'll catch you in the next episode.